Howdy, folks, and welcome back. It's to the weekly comic book.
Weekly?
Well,
yearly,
annual.
Yeah, biannual.
Yes, we've been a bit flaky.
I've been here.
Well, you have been here.
Waiting,
to be
just
fair.
waiting.
Yeah, waiting for me. Yeah, I know. And you've been lost without me, I assume. But we're back now, so we're going to be back for a little while. It's issue 59.
Maybe.
Because Christ, it is 50. No, it's 15. What you mean? Maybe we're back.
Well, you can always you can always put your little
caption
saying, oops, actually 60, 58.
It's 59, I'm pretty sure, and we're here as always at the glorious, wonderful, much missed Bros Comics and Books, in front of the glorious wall of comics, and I'm here with the man who needs no introduction. So what have you got for us? So what do you have for us this week? What have we got? We've got 4 books. What's the week this week? It's the 12th of the 5th of the 3rd? 8th of the 3rd? What is it? I don't know what about that.
It was Comic Book Day, the 4th of the 3rd.
Right.
So that's when we're filming this?
Yes.
Yes. Absolutely. So the comics came out today. We've read through them. And
boy,
burned through them.
Selection.
Yes, but it's all a bit strange.
It is a little bit strange, isn't it?
Yes. So we could have gone for loads of books this week because there are
many,
loads of releases.
But I think what you've chosen is good.
We have chosen well, but just a quick shout out to the Scarlet Speedster.
Oh, hello.
Old Barry Allen. Or many other flashes, but it's reached 750 action-packed issues.
I think it's a little round of applause.
Well done.
Well done.
Or fast clap.
So that was a little assortment of flashes, wasn't it? That book.
I don't know. I haven't had a chance to read it yet.
Oh, haven't you?
No, because I've been concentrating on the ones that we are going to review, but they always are.
And when I thumbed through it on your shelf, that's what I saw. Did a bit of thumbing.
Never do thumbing. Anywho.
Would you prefer finger through? Is that better?
I would prefer to move on.
Okay.
To
yes,
our first book of the week, which is The Strange Academy.
Here we are. How about that?
From
yes,
Scotty Young and Humberto Ramos.
Yes. Now I'm a big fan of Scotty Young. I find his writing quite adorable.
Yes, his writing is adorable. I was
very funny.
Obviously a bigger fan coming from the art side of it and the many covers that he's probably...
Get my notes out.
Okay,
I'm not
cool.
entirely winging it this week.
Yeah.
Detailed notes, in fact.
It is, isn't it? Look at that.
Here we go. Here we are.
Will's handwriting is terrible, people, if anybody wanted to know.
It's a short-form journalism notation.
Strange Academy.
Yeah.
So basically, Marvel seem to have come up with the idea of a Hogwarts kind of style school for the gifted magical youngsters.
Kazam.
But it's kind of on acid, isn't it? It's Hogwarts on acid.
Yeah, well, it's a typical kind of Doctor Strange sort of vibe to it, and it's quite psychedelic, isn't it?
Yes, and they've opened up a new school in New Orleans.
Where else, people? Come on.
You've got to go there for the
magic.
magic.
It's a town for magic, isn't it?
Well, New York is as well, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I guess so.
But I think it's a good choice.
Like it indicates in the book that they kind of fit in a bit more there because everyone's so crazy.
And that is where magic happens.
That's right.
Well, along with here, obviously.
Naturally.
Goes without saying.
It is.
So, yeah. I think the only person they could have got to draw it, really, is Mr. Humberto Ramos, who has the same kind of cartooning
kind
style.
Of anarchic kind
it
of
is,
craziness.
and really energetic, but it's really, really good. You'll probably know his work from
Jason Aaron's run, wasn't he, on Doctor Strange, wasn't he?
Yes, he did do a bit of that. He did done a lot of Spider-Man, did some X-Men.
Super.
And he's got bags of energy in here. And he also did The Runaways. And this does make me reminiscent. It reminds me of The Runaways, I would say.
Right, in a good way.
Well, it's a group of kids or that teeny years.
Yeah.
And straight away you're rooting for them. There's no way that you're not. They're all kind of likeable. They're put into situations straight away, and you're rooting for them, and that's the same as the Runaways. So, and if it goes anywhere near as well as the Runaways, then it's going to be a hit. And I think it will, because if you put Scotty Young on anything, then people tend to pick it up.
Yeah. Well, it's been well received, hasn't it?
That's it.
From what I know, it's been pretty well received. I mean, as the start of a new series, got some new characters in there. They introduce a few, like some of the offspring of some well-known characters, don't they? And a few,
absolutely. You got some,
but it centres around
some hot ones
Emily
like
Bright,
Loki as well.
And I like the teachers that they bring in.
Exactly.
Cool. Yeah, lovely.
If anything, I mean, it's an unbelievably well-crafted comic, I would say.
Yeah.
If I had one little bugbear, it's kind of, here's the team comic by numbers, but it's done amazingly well.
But it's not exposition for the sake of it. It doesn't feel laboured, does it?
No,
I think it's enjoyable.
Not. Oh, yes, it's
like
really,
everyone.
really enjoyable. It's a really good start. I suppose what I'm trying to say is I hope that there's a little bit more originality and surprises later on.
Right.
Because it is just a full-on, really good, but it's a setup book.
Yeah. No, absolutely. So. Yeah. What I thought was great about this was the artwork's obviously fantastic, but the colouring I thought was wonderful. I just thought it was wonderful colouring.
Did you?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
See, I found that a little bit wishy-washy, if anything.
Did you?
Yes.
Well, it's all subjective, isn't it? We don't all have to agree.
No, we do not. No. But you should buy it.
Absolutely, people.
And so you can make your own mind up.
There we are.
There we go.
Super.
Yes,
well
shall
done.
we move on to another book?
Let's move on. What have we got next?
I think we will stay at the House of Ideas.
Right.
And we will move on to Spider-Man Noir.
Fabulous. Now, I'm a bit of a fan of anything noir, right?
Absolutely, me too. And if I could do a Nicolas Cage impression, you would have been getting it right there.
Would you?
Yes.
What would you have
But
said?
I can't. I don't know.
Okay.
Well, Spider-Man Noir, but in a Nicolas Cage tinge. They put the noir back in the box.
Right on. So yeah, I really enjoy the noir stylings. You know, just how you play with light, just the whole kind of vibe.
Yeah, especially when they do the original Spider-Man Noir.
Yeah,
was really good.
Right.
I thought some of the other noir stuff. I've got a friend who always takes the mickey out of the way I say noir, so I'm trying to say it.
Why? You don't say it funny, do you?
In a northern way, I think.
way.
Apparently,
Right.
apparently, this is what I'm told. So I'm
a little bit.
When we were choosing this book, I was a little bit kind of, but it's got to be done.
say.
It has to be done. It's a big release.
I only know this character from the movie. I didn't catch the original.
Oh, really?
Kind of run. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm not a big Spider-Man sort of guy, but
Enter the Spider-Verse is an amazing way to be introduced to a character.
Absolutely.
It's a great movie.
It's a fabulous film.
It is absolutely amazing. So in the original Spider-Man Noir, it was quite cool. They had this Doc Ock, but he was in a wheelchair
does sound familiar,
with all these little spindly arms, and he was doing. He was a Nazi basically, and whenever any African Americans were coming in Rikers Island and all the rest, he was using them for his tests, and he was a very bad man. So it's set in a world where there's very much a Third Reich going on in America and on American soil.
Okay. So this is because this is that makes sense.
And that's why that's what I really like about this. It carries on with the kind of the Nazi themings.
Yeah. It's that sort of era, isn't it? Which makes sense for a noir as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's very kind of gumshoe, with the hat and the guns, and he's still spinning around. And
that's right. That surprised me actually. The guns, I didn't expect to see him shooting guns. He didn't kill anyone with a gun, but
no. But he's a little bit darker, and hence in the movie with the kind of the gruffness and so it's a different universe.
Yeah.
But they bring it over really, really well.
It's great.
And I think the art is gorgeous.
Well, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, and it is very noir. So it's very spot colour. You get a red here, you get a yellow.
So what I thought was interesting. I know it's quite cliche, I guess, but there were flashes of red, like on MJ's hair.
Yep.
The odd bit on maps where they're tracing where they're going and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. You get a little hue of green on some as well.
Yeah.
But the thing that kind of surprised me about this, because everything has either been in a Spider-Verse, so you can go absolutely anywhere, or it was kind of New York set, and it starts in New York, but by the end of it, were kind of hinted that we're going to go on an almost Indiana Jones style adventure, which I thought was really nice.
Sounds good, doesn't it?
It does.
Exciting.
And I really enjoyed this book, I've got to say.
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was good. So yes.
You thought it was the best book of the week?
Best book of the week, dude. I'm all in.
Probably worth saying the creative team behind this one.
Absolutely.
Margaret Stoll and Juan Ferreira. Juan Ferreira's art was very much, he's done a lot on Green Arrow.
Oh, cool.
The writer, I knew the name, but she's more from a novelist and has written games as well. But she has done some comics with Captain Marvel.
Right.
And she did the Captain Marvel Generations one-shot. And that was one of the strongest generations for me. I really enjoyed that one.
Cool.
So keep up the good work.
Well done, team.
Stoll or Miss Stoll.
Yeah.
And
Thumbs up
take
from
us around the world.
Take us on a journey
with Spidey Noir.
Absolutely.
We're looking forward to it.
Good stuff. So where are we at next?
I think we will go on to carrying on with the theme of strangeness. We're going into outer space. With a crossover.
Yeah.
Boom! Now, I can't remember if in earlier Snap we did the Outer Darkness or not, issue 1.
You don't mean issue 1 of the Snap? You mean
No. And I was going to look through it this afternoon, but then you came in and started bothering me, so... and have a look. But, so these are 2 Image books from John Layman.
Yep.
He's the writer on both, Outer Darkness and Chew.
Yep.
The Outer Darkness... I read the first couple, but it is one that I dropped off. I've got to admit, but it's a horror sci-fi, and I will tell you for what I'm going to jump back on. And I'm going to read the trade paperbacks because I really enjoyed this book, and I'm a big fan of Chew right from the start.
I didn't get like the horror vibe from this particularly.
Not yet.
No, I got the Chew vibe.
It's
like
not
I got
really.
That sort of...
It's not like a deep dark horror. It's very much a tongue-in-cheek space horror about the crew. They end up in certain situations.
Okay.
But like I say, it can't have grabbed me that much, or I would have carried on reading it from way back. Where with Chew, that hooked me from the very first issue, and it fully hooked me like a chicken kebab. And I mean, if you don't know Chew is I think
getting on, eh?
one of the most original comic book series of the last 15 years.
Went to 60,
it went to 60. There was one shot of Poyo, maybe another one shot, but they built a very believable world in which avian flu took off, so to speak, and chicken was outlawed, and you have the main guy is a detective who's psychic through what he eats, cyberpathic, and his boss hates him, makes him eat some horrible things, doesn't take itself too seriously, and has amazing artwork.
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it?
And it's good to see Rob Guillory back doing the artwork on it. He's got his own book, Farmhand, coming out.
This I like tonally. I think they match as well. His artwork and
and the other art. So this bounces between the two artists,
right? Yeah.
But like you say, it's
right. Okay.
So this is the Afu Chan, his art. But I think it works really well. It doesn't feel you don't stop when you're reading it.
It's not jolty, is it?
No, not at all. It runs really, really well, and it's just so good to, like you say, be back in the world of Chew, have Tony back.
Highly entertaining stuff.
And it is set, it does tell you where it's set. It's like after issue 14 of Chew, or maybe
references
might not be.
Where it is in the kind of...
But Chew doesn't take itself very seriously. it just builds a ridiculously unbelievable world, but makes you believe in it and want to live in it and just go along with it.
It is good stuff.
And it's just great to have them back, and they're going on a space adventure.
So do you know how long this is going to last for, this run?
I think it's
is
a mini.
Is it open-ended or is it a mini?
I think it's a mini.
Right, okay.
So I would say 5, but I'm not overly sure. I would have to...
Just cool to be back in that world, though, isn't it?
It is.
If you enjoyed the Chew comics, I mean, it's great to be back in the saddle.
You've got, like, Mounties who they've been smacked up on Dew and going after them. It's just nuts.
Like some LSD tainted syrup.
Mountain Dew syrup. Yeah, exactly. Yes,
bonkers idea.
It's very food related.
Yes, it is very food related. So if you like your food,
Wonderful.
to jump on.
Food and space. What more can one
Can't
want?
sum it up any better than that.
Food and space. And that segues beautifully
Nicely
with
into. It's almost like it was planned.
space and strangeness. And this has got to be the release of the week, I think. Maybe even
Release,
the
yes.
month. I've been waiting for this book for so.
When was this? When was it kind of solicited? When did we find out this was happening?
Oh, quite a while ago. If we follow Mr. Tom King,
Yes.
as some of us do. Don't want to
do.
say I'm a fanboy, but
You
he
are.
once tweeted us, and I nearly did a wee.
Lucky you've got control of that.
I love his writing, as we have said on
Many
previous,
times
Yeah.
have we talked about Tom King and his wonderful work. haven't
We have indeed. We've done Miracle Man. We used
Yeah.
to do the
We're Batman in quite a lot, weren't we?
all the time,
Pretty much all the way through.
And since his run on Batman has finished, which was very sad, but
Wasn't
Tyrion
too
the
happy with
Fourth,
that news?
Tyrion the Fourth has been smashing it out of the park.
He has done very well.
He really has.
by all accounts.
Absolutely.
I haven't read
It's
any
been,
of that yet.
it's been so good. But I have been missing a Tom King comic coming out. And this is getting the gang back together with Mitch Gerards and also adding Evan Dock.
Yeah. So this is the kind of Miracle
Shane.
Man team, writer and artist together, isn't it?
Two artists.
Yeah, two artists, right.
So
okay.
again, this has two artists running through. So you've because it is based out in
Someone's having fun.
a place called Ran, like that, Ran across.
Yeah, that was strange.
And based in on the world
Yeah.
when Mr. Adam Strange has retired from his space exploitation.
Pew,
Pew.
That's right.
And as this was my favourite issue of this month
Was it?
so far, maybe even this year,
Wow.
as a single issue that came out.
Yeah. Mind you, we haven't really got going yet this year, have we?
No, exactly. You
Early
know, there's
days.
still time.
Still time for something better, isn't there?
It's great.
It is
It
wonderful.
is great.
isn't
It's going to be a 12-issue
It is
maxi series. It's coming from the good old DC Black Label, which is
Yeah.
churning out a lot of good stuff at the moment. Actually, maybe the Joker Killer Smile, which we've missed. But it would have
Damn
been
it.
great to do. We might do something on that when
Maybe
the
we do a little
hardcover comes out,
retrospective.
because that was amazing. But
Right.
DC are doing amazing things
Yeah.
with the Black Label, and just don't do the 5G. just to throw it out there.
So is that where it's going, is it?
Yes.
So I was
absolutely.
this kind of slightly reset Strange, didn't it, a little bit in terms of his backstory and stuff like that. I think.
Oh well, it hasn't delved into it enough for us to
deeply, but-
really know
Yeah.
yet. So I did see a tweet because I basically stalk Mr. King, and somebody had said, "Do
That's
they need to do any
perfectly
pre-reading?" I think so. A
Yeah.
grown man stalking
Yeah.
another grown man who lives the other side of the world.
Pretty weird about
Absolutely normal. And he said, "No, you do not need to have read
Yeah.
anything leading
Well,
up to this.
it sets
Just
up, doesn't it? Sets up
dive
great.
straight in. Well, it sets up great. It's a very adult comic, I would say. It's dealing with some very adult themes that we know he can do if we go back to his Heroes in Crisis.
Yeah.
There may be some slight themes and threads that run from there, and his Miracle Man and his Batman. He's not really it's not a dumb,
No.
fun book.
No.
But it's great.
Super.
Yes, and we know that these guys have the history to carry on. And,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
and carry on and make it great in all 12 issues.
Yeah,
and we will be devouring all 12 issues, and then it'll come out as a big trade paperback, and we'll get that because it's like so nice to read it all together. And then it'll come out as a hardcover, and we're like, oh my god, I need that in my life. Actually, I'm not a fanboy.
No. So what did you think about his departure from the Batman sort of series? Was there any reason why that happened, or is that old news now?
I think it's old news. There's rumours that because Heroes in Crisis didn't go down too well,
Right.
I think what he did in Heroes in Crisis was ballsy,
Yeah.
and it was done for a reason, and it worked for me.
Yeah, sure.
But other people have other things. So
Like I
he's
say,
still got
opinions, subjective.
the Bat and the Cat maxi series to come,
Right, okay.
which is great.
Yeah.
Or will be great. We've got
No
faith in
doubts.
you. We've got faith in you.
Come on, Mr. King.
Exactly, and the Batman is selling well. If you
Is
go
it?
on eBay, the last two issues are going crazy because of a new character introduced, or two new characters. not really down with these exploding books going for ridiculous money, but it shows that Tyrion the Fourth is doing good work, and
I suppose
he's
it's
doing
good that it
work.
shows that the passion for the books is still there, isn't it? You know,
Is it that, or is it just people want to flip them and try and make money off it?
maybe, who knows? But I think it's good that
the comic
these
book
buzzes
industry
happen, though, isn't it?
Oh, it's good that it's good that the buzzes happen.
Whether people want to make a fast buck on it or not, but
when you do pick them up, read them and keep on with the series, because he's putting in a lot of work.
Yeah.
And it's all leading up to the big old Joker War. It's going to be. It's really good,
huge,
and he is taking off. At first, I did think in the first issue there was a bit where I thought, oh, you haven't done that already, and then you turn the page and he fully hasn't, and it was something that really just yanks on your heartstrings. And you're like, from that point, I was, yeah, I'm in, and we'll talk about that when maybe the trade comes out and it's not,
it's not a spoiler.
Spoiler thing. Do you want to go outside and kill some kids?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's fine. It's good to shout. Why not? Well, like kids on the snap, it's what it's all about, isn't it?
Yes.
Down with the kids. It's all good. Move on.
Let's pew pew.
No, it's great.
So yes, it is
really
a great
enjoyed
book.
it.
I mean, the art really
pathos
is
in there.
beautiful.
Yeah.
It's dealing with some adult themes, some very
traumatic events and
traumatic
and sort of-
events. It's a very real human story, even though half of it is based out in space and is.
But that's
action
kind
and-
of indicative of Tom King's work. I think, it's
big
human emotions, human drama,
Absolutely.
but set in these fantastical worlds with these fantastical characters.
And he picks artists that
can
suck you in and make you believe in these things.
Absolutely.
Child.
Cool. So, anything else from the? That's all the books, isn't it? From this
That
week?
is all the books. From
anything
this,
else
well, not
from,
all the books, but it's all the books that we decided
to look
to
at. We only have so much time, don't we?
Exactly, and so do people who may be watching.
Yes, or not.
Or not.
So, anything else from the world of comics that you want to get into, or are you
I don't know, I think we're kind of we're behind on the whole
well behind on a lot of
DC, Didio, and the Leaving. We've touched a little bit on like the hype train.
stuff? Yeah.
Pre-order your comics, and then you don't have to
And read
pay
them.
too much. Absolutely read them. Absolutely,
Don't just flip 'em.
dive in and enjoy them, and get the artistry and just the wonder of them. Get taken on a journey.
Enjoy
we all
the
need
characters.
escapism, especially at the moment. The world is a
this grim
scary,
world.
scary place.
Yeah.
But one thing that did happen or broke today was that in this country they're going pound for dollar for on Comixology, which is another reason to come down to your local comic book shop.
Get in and support the stores, eh?
Grab an actual physical thing for
So the
way
digital
cheaper.
copies on that, isn't it? Is they're being their price hike is going on?
Yeah, so a $4.99 comic
Yeah.
that they used to sell as a reduced rate over here, apparently now is going to £4.99. £4.99. So we sell that comic, that physical comic, at £4.30.
Well, there you go.
And you get a physical comic.
You get a book.
And a comic of how you're meant to to read them.
You can smell it,
Exactly.
thumb it.
It might go up massively in price,
You can
or it
flip
might just stay something that you love. No, we don't condone that.
Don't do that.
Will's got loads of comics on eBay.
I'm gonna flip some of them. So I'm
What you were going to say there?
no.
So anything you'd like to talk about?
Well, no, not
from
really.
the comic
I
book
think,
world or any other?
I mean, I've
anything else?
kind of, to be honest, been out the loop for a little bit. So I'm looking forward to sort of diving back in a touch and sort of getting up to date with some of the news. I think we're going to try and maybe cover some more news on the channel here, aren't we? And sort of maybe dive into a little bit of that in the future. And if sort of stuff starts happening, we'll probably have a chat about it.
Yes.
And it would be great to engage with you guys if you have any.
Personally, at the moment, I think it's very good time for comics, and there's a lot of books out there coming out of a very high standard.
Yeah.
Across the board.
Cool.
You know, the whole Venom,
There's a lot of
the new
talent out there,
Thor
isn't there?
is going really well over at Marvel. DC,
Yeah.
the Batman is great. Flash is still good.
Yeah.
There's loads of good books coming out. Loads of
Positive
indies
stuff.
coming out.
Do you think the desire for physical books is still there?
I think so. I still think I kind of always have thought that there are possibly too many books coming out. You know, it averages out at something like 70 to 80 different titles a week if you stock them all.
That's crazy. I also think that there's probably too many. It's just a lot to keep up with for people.
Exactly.
You know,
and it can
events wise and crossover wise, and half the time you're like, what the hell? I mean, I guess they've sort of not said it's not really a reboot, but it's just I mean, it's been going so many years, but the 5G thing, there's so many reboots. Sometimes it is difficult for people to keep up.
It is, but then that's why they do these reboots. It's a jumping on spot for.
Yeah, sure.
People always go for a number one off the shelf, even though each comic should be able to have a beginning, a middle, and an end, and be enjoyed, even if you pick up issue 732. But people want to jump on that number one, so that's why they will reboot it. The rumours of what 5G is going to be has worried me for a while, but let's stay open-minded. I would say at the moment, if it's not broke,
don't fix.
Exactly, and it's not broke from my perspective.
No, I think it's good.
But then they're looking at it from the bottom line of
the dollar,
the green, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
got to sell some books.
What do we know? All we can do is
don't know nothing.
No,
nothing.
And on that sad.
Yeah. So anyway, sad. That's a bit sad, isn't it? Yeah. But we'll be back now for a little bit. I think we're gonna try and get things moving, aren't we? A little bit.
Yeah.
And
so if we're here, then we want you to be here.
Yes. And like I say, any comments, any thoughts, anything you want us to have a look at or cover? Get in touch.
Tell us.
We're here, aren't we?
Yeah,
absolutely.
And if you're ever in Bournemouth, come on down.
Come on down to Frogbros.
Yeah, say hi.
Spend some monies. That's not all about that, is it? Come in and get some things signed from Big Spesh.
Come in and say hi.
Why the hell not? Yeah. There'll be kids running around screaming. It'd be
Bring
fun.
coffee. Just don't spill it.
Touchy subjects.
Yeah,
isn't it?
Bye.